Hello, my friend. I'm happy to watch your videos again. It's so good for me. It's always inspiring. I really liked the song at the beginning. I already thought that it's about this lizard thing you already wrote me a few weeks ago, but thanks for the translation. And then the lizard was actually quite nice. The first row was not so, let's say, organic. Yeah, it's a little bit more linear, or at least it looks like. But then you did another row, and here so it's a bit less flowy, but I like how you use the spine and how you work with the bending leg. Yeah, so before I saw this, I thought, okay, I want to tell you that you can try to use the spine more. So when you do the crawl and really feel the side flexion, yeah, so you really use the spine in the upper body area, and really you come together to one side, so you stretch the other side, and then you change and bam bam bam. And yeah, the legs are nice when I can see from the outside that you bend it and then go further. Boom. And now here you can bend a little bit more in the upper spine. This would be nice. And maybe try to turn the head also to the side and then change. Yeah, so always the ear is pointing towards the ground. Boom. That's super nice, super strong, really good. Yeah, looks super nice. There you can play a bit with the head, yeah, so instead of looking to the front, you are more looking to the side, and then change, and then now you bend the spine, really bend, yeah, it's nice. Okay, then for this roll, looks good. Then here really try to keep the legs straight when you roll out. Yeah, so it's the only thing. Then yeah, this was not your best try, I think you know this, but I think it's more impro. Yeah, I think it's more impro, so then it doesn't matter, then you don't have to do it perfectly. Then thanks for showing me this. I didn't know it. Would be interesting for me to hear if you feel a benefit already, or when you feel a benefit. I never did it. I do some things for my fingers, but yeah, without these bands. So would be nice. I can imagine that it makes sense. Then the press into tuck planche. Yeah, I see it's still a bit hard, so maybe you can go one step back and you try to put the knees somewhere here. Yeah, instead of, I know I told you start with the knees here in the last video, but now I go back and say, okay, maybe you start with the knees under the hip, and then you press and slide a little bit, yeah, like you know before from the slides. maybe that's a bit easier, because I see it's quite hard. You can do it, but then your hip is super low. Yeah, it would be good if you can hold the hip somewhere here. Yeah, that you don't have this, but more this. Yeah. What I like is your forward lean and the arms. Yeah, there I can see you really gain some strength. And then the trap trillions. You don't have to bring the legs together. Keep them open and wide apart, and really feel how you externally rotate in the hip, yeah, and you point the toes, so you get a lot of or enough tension in the legs and the lower body, and then try to really keep the legs open and yeah, as far apart as possible, for as long as possible. Yeah, you do it the same here. So don't go into this pike thing. Try to keep them open. Go as low as you can, and you can kick up again, but try to go as low as you can and control it. Really feel how you press the lower back against the wall and how you use the compression. Yeah, so you really want to pull the legs close to the upper body, whilst keeping the legs open and externally rotate. In external rotation. Yeah, you keep it open. Yeah, try to keep it open until you are here with the feet. Okay, then yeah, I really liked your spine work. It's so nice, really nice to see. Sometimes you forget the head, but I think that's quite normal. Yeah, so always make sure, okay, now as I want to lead with the head, then I should do it. Sometimes it's a little bit confusing, but all in all, it's super nice. This, also your speed changing, and also the other planes. Yeah, the circles are also super nice. Yeah, just keep going, explore, have fun, use your nice spine. Then this one was a bit not super clean. I already saw you doing it cleaner, but I really like your transition. So good, really, so good, so much control. And then here you start a little bit late. Yeah, you see now it's a little bit, then you have to do it faster. So try to find the point where you maybe now you should start with bending the arms, then you go further, and now your shoulders already should be over the ring, over your hand, sorry. Yeah, and then you can do a nice and smooth controlled transition instead of I call it a fall in transition. And for the protraction pulls, maybe you can bring the rings a little bit lower. I'm not sure, maybe it's not possible on the tree because it's so big, so tall. But if you can bring the rings lower, maybe you can give more weight into the exercise, because you bend the knees a little bit more, you can go on the tiptoes, the hip can go lower, and etc. etc. But it's okay. Yeah, if you can, bring the rings a little bit lower and give a little bit more of your body weight into the movement. But the technique is nice, yeah, really. Well, with the hands, the turning with the hands from supination into pronation, and yeah, you really pull the shoulders together and let go. Then the pike push-ups. I think you didn't touch the ground, so make sure you always really touch the ground with the head. Then you have the pause, and then you push back up. And also here try to really push in full elevation. It looks a bit like you stop short before you're in full elevation. To really push yourself up and yeah, to this wall, and then lower down again. But the rest technique and also the tension in the center is nice. Nice, great. So I tried to make it short. 11 minutes is quite good for me.